Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a layout share, and it's huge and I have no idea how many pages, but I needed to wait until after I was done with the 12 days of Christmas scrap lifts, which ended yesterday, and then I had a creative team post for Scrap-A-Sketch today, so I'm recording this to fill an empty day, which is going to be on Thursday, and then Friday I'll start with Mixed Media Mayhem, and then Sunday I'll do Scrap Squad Sunday, and kind of continue with my regular series. As you know, I've kind of had some health issues, been in and out of the hospital and had a procedure, and at the moment all I can tell you is that I'm back in the same heart rhythm, which is AFib, but much lower heart rate than I was. I'm not quite back as low as I had been before I had the vaccine that apparently I had a reaction to. So I'm okay. I do not know what's next. No one has called me back and scheduled anything, or and I went back to the gym and did my physical therapy, and so I'm back on that. My shoulder surgery is and the other procedure I was supposed to have are postponed indefinitely. But the exciting news is that one of my Black Friday purchases, which is a glass mat that's going to cover this whole area of my table, has arrived. I haven't unpacked it and I can't lift it. I'm going to need James's help. But all this stuff that's on my desk is going to have to come off, which gives me an opportunity to reorganize it. So I may actually do kind of like a little reorganizing recoup, if you will. I've had a lot of interest in bringing back the Organize It series that I had, where I took specific categories of things and talked about how I was organizing, and it kind of seemed I don't know, self-centered maybe, I guess, because it was organizing it for the way I work. And as I look around, it's not ideal for the way I work now. So what's changed? So I might talk about that. So anyway, that's a little idea of what I may be doing. Let's start with this page, which is it's an off the board, and the originals that I was inspired by were these two, and I loved the layers with the paper edges turned up a lot, and I loved these loops that Julie made. So I did the loops and I turned the papers up. So I kind of and these are all Pink Fresh papers. This is probably one of my favorite pages that I've ever done, and that's, if I may say so. So there's that. This is a Scrap-A-Sketch product focus page where I used printables, the falling leaves printables, and I used a photo of my friends' kiddos, and I used a Scrap-A-Sketch stencil, and I threw in a couple of acetate film strips from 49 and Market. This is a page for Thankful Thursday. And we did every Thursday in the month of November, we did a page on what we were thankful for. And I'm thankful for palm trees and all the many palm trees and pools, places, beaches, smiles, memories, and palm trees. And so I just kind of got a bunch of photos that were various aspects of life involving palm trees. So, and I just kind of threw them into a collage maker and let it arrange them, and they, some overlap others. I tried to make sure that there weren't too many pictures that overlapped faces, but this was a fun one to do because I used bits and pieces from a bunch of different collections. This one was for Mixed Media Mayhem, and the requirements were polka dots, borders, and stamps. So I've got polka dots in a couple places. I used a border strip here, this pinkish one, and I stamped all of these leaves and did some, I stamped them on pattern paper, and then I added some ink to kind of emphasize them. So that's that one. This one, you would think this would be Mixed Media Mayhem. This was Stamp It Like It's Hot, and you can see all the mess I have on the back here when I did the drips. So for this one, the stamped part was not what the requirement was for the month. It was to apply the ink pad directly to the page. So I streaked my ink pad across and then held it up and sprayed it so that it dripped, and added an edited photo. That's Ava and Katie lying on the couch. It's on Thanksgiving Day, waiting for Thanksgiving, waiting for the table to be served. So, and then I just kind of, I love that stamp. That's from Visible Images. And this is I think this is a Scrap Squad Sunday, so it's before the 12 days had started, and I was scrap lifting Kire Baldwin, and I was using papers from the Mind the Scrap October kit, I think, maybe November, and I absolutely love that paper there, the multicolor wood grain. And it's about a car wreck Katie had, and she's perfectly fine, and the car has cosmetic damage that's gonna get fixed when she goes to Kentucky, where her mom has secured a part for her. This one is a Scrap-A-Sketch premium sketch, and I used a mix of Vicki Boutin Christmas collections here, and the photo is of me and Reese all dressed up in her Christmas sweater, and that I believe was Christmas of 2021, and just judging by what my hair looks like, I think that's right. And this is this started the 12 days of Christmas scrap lifts, and the original was this one, and it had, I loved this little cascading bit with flowers and evergreens. I stamped some poinsettias, and the stamp itself is nice and clear like this, but if I pressed certain ways, I could make it have a mixed media look. And so I'll let you decide whether I probably did that accidentally or on purpose. And I used a Bramble Fox title and Bramble Fox leaves, a couple Bramble Fox stars here, and just had a lot of fun. This, I think, uses Vicki Boutin's, I know these are from Warm Wishes, but maybe the stamps are from evergreen and holly. And then this uses Vicki Boutin's Discover and Create, and I did this page on the day that these goodies arrived, and it has the let me straighten that a little bit. This is the Palmetto Moon logo for the state of South Carolina, and it was gifted to me by one of my subbies, and she also sent me, she knew I loved purple, so she sent me this purple feather, and I layered a couple of Vicki Boutin's feathers behind it. But this is a photo of a kind of an extended, jumbled up family grouping. That's me and my son and his son Barrett. That's Barrett's mom and Katie's mom and their half-brother Lyndon. So we mixed it up and got together, and then just a few days later we got together with Ava and Allie and their mom, Nikki. So this is, I love this original by Morag Cuts. It's just gorgeous. And this is day 2 or day 3. That was day 2, this one. And I didn't have the original for this one, but that was day 2. This is day 3. And I'm using a lot of stuff from my Scrap Backwards kit, I can tell, in here. That's a photo of my sister Patrice and my grandnephew, I guess, my brother's grandson, Tristan, who is an outstanding medical student. And it's hard to believe he's getting ready to graduate from undergrad school. This is another of my favorite pages that I've ever done. I might need to glue that down or not. This was the original in the 12 days. I think this was day number 4. And I love this photo. It was one that we hadn't scrapped, but I love the look on John's face there. And I'm trying on a scarf that was one of my Christmas gifts. Used this Fa La La train from Bramble Fox, which is at least a year old, maybe more. And this 25 also from Bramble Fox, and these leaves, the holly leaves. And these leaves, a lot of the green paper or pink fresh, this striped paper is a very old Webster's Pages paper. And then these leaves are, the light green leaves are from a fall pink fresh paper. So, and of course I have the penguin for John and the little sunflower peeking out. And I happen to have this little, I found this little hedgehog and this green leaf, which would go with nothing else in my stash. So I used them on here, which I want to do sometimes. And I love this one. It's a jumble, and it didn't get much reaction. So I'm thinking that nobody else but me actually likes this page. But I love it. I love layers of torn and ripped and distressed kinds of things. And there's a doily kind of peeking out here and there, and stuff from a bunch of different places. This is the original, and it's a much more orderly kind of page where this section doesn't really come over here and interfere with that section, but I had and liked these big big pieces from the papery pack of, I forget which collection. Where to Next, maybe? I don't know. And these squirrels are from Discover and Create, I think. And there's the guest check and just a bunch of stuff. And they're apropos of absolutely nothing. It's a photo of Ava in her new job at Crave Cookies. And I've got time for a snack, and there's a squirrel looking for an acorn. I just love that page. And this one was day 8. And so on the 8th, which was a day that John and I usually celebrated in a much different fashion from this, I actually went in and had a cardioversion procedure. And these were some photos from that. And I found a paper that has scribbles all over the place that kind of look like what my EKGs looked like before I went in. And then this very orderly zigzag is what we were kind of hoping they would look like when I came out. Didn't happen. They still look like that. But the rate, my heart rate is actually down. This was for Mixed Media Mayhem, where we needed a, I didn't write it down. It's, I think we needed hearts or ink, monochromatic. I forget what the rest of the recipe was, but I included some hearts here because, and this paper has hearts on it, and it's monochromatic in that there are many shades of gray there. I found even when I first photographed the page, it was hard to read. I had kind of inked these alphas. So I went back and put stripes on so and happened, and then little dots on this so that it would emphasize so this happened. So, texture paste. I used the same heart stencil and did 3 little hearts here with texture paste. So that was the other part of the recipe I couldn't remember. And now we have, this one is one I apparently don't have the original. This is day 6 of 12 days of Christmas. I kind of didn't do them one a day, but I did them all. I did the day 12 on day 12. And I had completely caught up. This one had a white background, and I thought I would try it on this background, which is from Pretty Little Studio. And I used a lot of Pretty Little Studio stuff on here. The title is not from them, but it's similar enough in terms of its sheen. And I added on the paper, it's printed with this that looks like glitter. So I used some gold glitter leaves just to add a little accent. But that's a kind of random photo from some restaurant we stopped in Florida when we were driving down or up on our baseball trip in 2017 to celebrate John's 70th birthday. And I don't know, I don't think I scrapped it because I didn't like my hair all stuffed up in the hat, and the hat kind of sticking up on the top of my head because it was gathered in a ponytail. Anyway, I had a lot of reasons for not caring for the photo. But look at that little smile. Who could not want to scrapbook that page? So I found a couple pattern papers that kind of looked like they were similar to his shirt, and then I went from there. So these pattern papers are not from Pretty Little Studio, and the title is not, but everything else is. And And this one is fun. And I was making fun of myself for kind of getting the water crooked. You know, there are many ways I could have handled that, but I did kind of straighten this out after I finished filming that last one. But I just added a bunch of summary pool kinds of icons for this series of photos that I pulled from a video of Patrice trying out the big slide in the pool that we had in our backyard at the last house we lived in. And I used a lot of Simple Stories, Sunkissed. And this title came from the same package as this title, and they were given to me by JoJo Kelly as a Secret Sister gift at a retreat that we went to in 2021. This one is fun. This is the original, nice muted colors, all really beautiful page by Essie for Lottie Loves Paper using Cocoa Vanilla. And I've used printables from, I guess this is the Feeling Festive collection from Scrap-A-Sketch. And I filtered my photos to, that's a poster for the movie Elf, and this is a photo of Reese on my lap while we were watching Elf. And I filtered the photos to pick up the colors that were in the collection. And then I went wild just packing them in and layering them and tucking them and all those things. I even, the red was wrong on this, on my alphas, so I actually colored them with a marker. I did that on another page too. So that, I forget what day that was. Let's see. It is day 9. So we're moving right along. This must be day 10. This had these beautifully cut letters, I'm sure cut with a machine. I don't have a machine. So I printed using a fat font, and I printed it on plain paper, and then I held the paper, the cutout letter on top of pattern paper and cut it out with scissors. So I have Holly Jolly and my own version of Holly Jolly. And I think all of the letters and all of these embellishments came from Evergreen and Holly, but I believe that stocking came from Warm Wishes. They're all Vicki Boutin, and they work together just fine. And it's a goofy picture of Reese in front of the tree last year, and I'm seeing that we had multicolor lights on the tree. And when we put the tree up yesterday, all it had on it were white lights, and I suggested maybe we should add these others, and I was voted down, but I think I'm gonna go do that myself later. I noticed things were not evenly distributed, so it lost something in the translation as we stored it over the rest of the year. Okay, so here we are with day number, that must have been 10, this must be 11. I'm thinking, so, I don't have a label, so I have to label that. So this is day 11, and this is the original. My picture was oriented differently, so I moved things around. It was a different size. And this is all, everything on here is from Discover and Create, except the title, which is a rub-on from from 49 in Market, and I believe it's Art Options Spice, if I'm not mistaken. It came from a Mind the Scrap kit. So I love this photo, and I love that I picked up on the colors, and I'm extremely happy with this page. And then there's my purple page. Yesterday was day 12, and it was my birthday, and I love purple. So on this page are nods to bits of favorite designers, subscribers who have sent me gifts, friends, family. John is here, and the sunflower and the penguin. There's Katie, there's Barrett or B. These flare are from Adam. This was drawn by Stephen, and this is for Allie. There's Katie, I think I said that. And baby squirrel here for Ava. These, the purple paper and the lavender collection from 49 in Market were sent to me by a subby who shall remain nameless. And all of the 49 in Market stuff, of course, was designed by Katie Petite. These little lavender bits and a couple buttons are from Gwen, and this is a cuttable from Bramble Fox. This is a printable from Scrap-A-Sketch. So I have lots of my favorite stuff. The turtles for me, and there are 3 turtles here, so I'm, it's my page, so I'm overrepresented. This dragonfly and these hearts are from Paige. So it just had fun with the page. It's kind of a mess, but I absolutely love it. And it's about the purple streaks in my hair. So there. This was the page that went live today. I did it quite a while back. This uses the same collection. Let me show you. It's the same collection of printables and papers that I used here. Here I picked up a lot of the purples and blues and reds and so forth. Here I kind of concentrated on the red, green, and blue, and I have and some yellow like behind here. But I printed this paper and this paper, and these are to scale, and this was cut from that. And then I printed another page of the light strings at a larger scale. I blew it up a little bit on my printer so that it would make it easier to fussy cut. And then I fussy cut all of those lights and had no idea where they were going to go. So I just and this is the bonus sketch for today. And several of us, I think 5 of us from the creative team, used the same sketch and the same collection of printables to do a page. And so this was my page. And these photos are from Christmas of 2005 when James brought Katie and Barrett down to visit John and me in Texas. And it was Katie baked and iced some cookies, and James is sitting there opening a gift and showing it to Barrett. I just love this page. I love the images of light strings. Those make me happy. So this paper makes me really happy, and that's going to be heavily used every Christmas. Every Christmas page I do, I think will I'm going to try to throw that in. And I love the shades the shade of red. I like this using the bow at the top of the tag. And there's, you know, that string of lights again. So you get the little bitty ones that are on the tag, you get the normal size ones that are on the paper, and then you get the larger ones out to the side. So this is all about light strings. So thank you for watching, and I wish you all a very wonderful holiday season, whatever it is that you're celebrating. And I have enjoyed being around pretty much every day for a while, and I'm going to kind of pull back a little bit because I have a lot of stuff going on, but I'll see you around. Thanks so much for watching and for your support all through the year. Bye.